Welcome to the Blue Your Soul podcast. We're here with Mumkey, Joe's, Jimmy's Treehouse. Thank you for coming. We're here to Blue Your Soul with the truth, with a good time, and with love for yourself and the universe. Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you, man.
MLH.
Yeah.
That's right. It's Michael Lewis at the bell. We're here.
Go.
We're not queer. Don't get used to it.
You're so excited that your headphones fell off, man.
Do people usually just start screaming like retards when they're a guest on your show, or am I the first one to do that?
Well, I was screaming like a retard. I was explaining a potential civil war. So I was explaining how one would, if a civil war happened, we're essentially defending our right to go to the bisexual coffee shop and buy heroin. So like that's what we need to protect in that situation. So that got me really hyped.
I wish the local coffee shop would give me a dose of heroin, but not in Trump's America. Everybody vote for Biden again.
So we can have heroin.
Yeah, he'll fix everything.
The bisexual coffee shop. That's one thing we all anybody can agree on any side of the spectrum is if your barista is not on the LGBTQ spectrum, that's some low grade quality coffee right there.
The coffee beans need to be injected with LGBT rights. Michael, I got to ask you a question. Why do you advocate for soul pollution? Don't most religions that even believe in souls think of like purity and bliss being good things? Why polluting the soul?
We're putting a positive spin on a negative term. We want to be the content that your parents wouldn't want you to watch, but then they start to notice what you're watching and they realize, oh, this is actually good for my children. This is inspirational. We want it to come off as edgy, but really we're wholesome.
See, I almost would respect it more if it was just unapologetically edgy and like show your kids a Serbian film. Why not? Like ruin people for life, mentally scar them, find the most deplorable, degenerate shit possible and just binge watch it for 20 hours a day. That's what pollute your soul means to me. But you're trying to spit it into some fruity.
My thing is both of them can be positive at the same time. Okay. You know what I mean? Like if you watch some weird, disgusting shit, there's like a real beauty in it. You know, like when you watch Hostel, like this shit's disgusting, but it's low key like wholesome at the end when he gets away. It's like fuck, like we made it through the mud together. You know, like
so. I love watch Hostel with your parents, and they'll appreciate the wholesome ending.
No, yeah. Doesn't he die in the first scene of the second one? I've seen the second one like a while ago, and I
have no idea. People might not know, but you and me, we go way back, all the way back to fucking Boston. We went to Harvard together. Legit, we did go to Harvard. We went to Harvard together. We never talk about this, but me and Michael, we go way back. We were hanging out with Hans and Lorez in Boston, hitting up all the sexy Asian women at Harvard Yard.
Yes, that was crazy. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And I gotta ask, are you more loyal to the Movies podcast of Hans and Lorez or to the Is It Kino podcast with me and Eggy? Because when we were all hanging out in Boston, we had an epic game of pool, also known as billiards, and it was you, me, and Eggy against the Movies podcast, and we won. And I will admit, I only sunk one ball the entire game, and you probably got literally every single other ball for our team, but we won. So you should be, in my opinion, loyal to this podcast because you brought us to victory over the other.
I should only ever go to review films on your podcast from now on. I'm done.
You can go on both, but you have to like us more and make it very clear to them that you actually dislike them actively.
Yes. I don't know. You're putting me in a tough spot. I feel like,
in my opinion, being mean to Hans on a podcast is very easy. So I feel like it's not a big ask.
Somebody's got to put a compilation of like all the times he like says that he he doesn't watch a movie or is like you're skeptical of him watching a movie or something like that.
You can have a full episode of just him making excuses for why he couldn't finish watching a movie.
Yeah. Like Eddington, the legend has it he's still an hour and 42 minutes into Eddington.
Yeah, should we talk about the Hans Eddington controversy here? Because it's a whole thing that's blowing up, and it's making me sick to my stomach.
Oh yeah. It's such a great movie. I don't understand what's going on.
We made a scheduled appointment with the boys who said, hey, let's do 2 podcasts back to back. We'll review Brian De Palma's Body Double and Eddington, just 2 podcasts back to back, easy
Lots of
peasy.
diploma lately.
Yeah, well, people keep paying for them. And then Low-Res chose Body Double, so it did that one for free. But we show up, we do the Body Double cast. Now I'm ready to do Eddington, but Han says, I didn't finish watching Eddington. And I say, well, that's fine. You don't need to finish it. Just join the review and talk about the part that you did watch. And he says, no, guys, listen, just give me another day. Please, I'm begging you. And there's video evidence of this. If you watch my upload of the Body Double podcast, I left this in. Low-Res cut it out. I left it in because I keep the truth front and center. Han says, please, just give me 24 hours to finish the film and we can all come back and do this tomorrow. And I'm thinking, well, we got Eggy and me and E-Rich. I mean, you want us to fucking just cancel our plans for tomorrow and come back so that you can watch this movie and give us your 8 minutes worth of opinions in the podcast? I don't know if that's worth it, but he just kept saying, please. And I gave in. We could have done it without him, but I said, fine, we'll wait a day so you can watch the next hour of this excellent film. The next day comes around. Hans did not bother. You would think a man in his position, as soon as you leave that Zoom call, you immediately would watch the movie because you just begged your friends to wait for you so you could watch it.
Yeah.
He does not bother. He instead spends the entire night on Twitter posting about how America has the dumbest adults in the world.
Yo, he always is shitting. He shits on everybody. He's like, America's the most embarrassing adults, and some shit like that.
Motherfucker lives in a third world country, spending his whole day talking about how America sucks. Take care of your fucking shithole before you talk about ours. First of all,
Costa Rica, yeah.
You pretend you have no time because you have a normal 8-hour job like every other human on Earth. Oh, I don't have time to review all these movies and watch them. Motherfucker, you spend all your free time on Twitter just reposting and responding to obvious rage bait and propaganda that you fall for hook, line, and sinker every time. Now, we talked about on the Eddington podcast all of this and how Hans just did not bother. He literally lied to our faces saying, I'll watch this and review it with you tomorrow. Wasted our time. For all he knows, we canceled plans to accommodate him, and then he just doesn't show up anyway.
He's at the Austin Butler's characters cult meetings. From Eddington.
So somebody, a cool corgi, big fan of mine, and he's also a big movies podcast fan.
Yes, he is. Yes.
He screen records the members only exclusive upload of Eddington, the part where we're talking about Hans, and he posts it into the movie's Discord for Hans to see. And Hans replies to it saying, and this is extremely sarcastic to be clear, I'm sorry, guys, podcasting doesn't pay any of my bills. First of all, yes, it does. Low-Res gives you a large percentage of the money, and you guys specifically get paid $100 to review specific movies, and he gives you half. And in Costa Rica, I'm guessing $50 pays a lot of fucking bills. You motherfucking lying bitch.
Lots of labubu's. Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. Podcasting doesn't pay any of my bills, so I need to have a regular job, which keeps me from being able to watch 5 hours of movies to prepare for 2 shows after a 9-hour shift. Do you see the blatant self-victimization? It's absolutely despicably disgusting that he would beg us to wait a day for him to watch a movie, and then when he doesn't show up, it's our fault. We're the bad guys because he has a job. He doesn't.
This is why we need Civic TV back so we can watch him with him.
He's just a fucking crybaby, and Low-Res has a job, so he's not being sarcastic about him when he says podcasting doesn't pay any of my bills. I need a regular job. He's specifically just shitting on either me and or Eggy here, and this is a man pushing 40. I'm expecting a higher level.
I don't know if he was shitting
maturity and sophistication. He specifically is because he's responding to a clip of me complaining that he didn't have time to watch a movie. So, and then they recorded their review of Halloween 2 that very same night. that he was supposed to review Eddington, and he also hadn't watched that. So while we did the Eddington podcast, he was watching the movie that he would then review with Low Res. And in that
Damn.
podcast, Low Res calls him out. And Low Res doesn't mention me or anybody else. Low Res is speaking from his own personal heart. Low Res says, Hans, what is up with you lately? Your reputation's in the toilet. You haven't watched like 4 films in the last week that you were supposed to do. He's asking him about this in front of a guest live on their podcast.
Ooh.
And Hans, you will not believe Hans's response. In response to Low Res calling him out specifically on his failures, Hans says, I don't care what Monkey Jones has to say.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm living rent-free in his head. Like he fucked all of us over. Now he's making himself the victim in the situation, and he thinks I'm like a ringleader enemy, somehow forcing him into the situation.
I
wanted to review it without you.
I have 2 proposals for this. Rap battle between Hans and Eggy. That's one proposal.
Okay.
Or me and Laura subject him to castration 1 and 2 plus every single Q&A on the Gumroad purchase for castration. We make him watch every single Q&A. We ask him specific questions based on questions from the actual castration movie Q&As, and we're very specific with it. Maybe we even live stream watching castration here. 1 and 2.
Your punishment proposal is intriguing to me, but it's useless because Hans does not think he needs punishment. He thinks he is the victim, that we are asking him to fulfill his obligations and promises. Like it's our fault he did not have time to watch a movie he said he was going to watch. And that's what disgusts me, is that a man who's constantly preaching about how he hates people who make themselves the victim. I mean, this is like screaming hypocrisy, and it's directed at me. He's blaming me for his failures. And I feel like once you pass the age of 30, you need to take personal responsibility for your free time.
This is why we need another pool game or something. But also he's trying to diffuse the there's like a Kino corner. I mean, not a Kino corner. A fucking what's the dude's fucking name that does the movie with Charles Carroll? Is that Kino Corner?
Kino Corner.
Yeah, there's like a beef between them, and that's actually hilarious. But then he's in the Discord saying that that ended or something, which whatever, that's cool. He does say a beef at age 40 is gay. So let's maybe that's how he feels. Maybe he's done with this, but we'll see. We'll see where this goes.
Well, so why I bring all this drama up to you is because you're basically an impartial third party. I mean, you're equally on good terms with both podcasts here. So I wanted to get your take. Am I in the wrong here to be so upset by Hans's, in my opinion, degenerate behavior here? And should I call him out on the Shelby Oaks episode that I record with him next week? Or should I just, he's clearly in a state of jealousy that I don't spend 9 hours a day at some wage slave job like he does. And he's saying that specifically on Discord. So should I just take pity on him and not poke the bear anymore and just let him be?
Yeah, I think we do. You could call him out a little bit, but I think one of my punishments, specifically the castration movie one, is definitely something we need to go through with, because don't we want to? Because if you've seen castration movie, it's really hard to get through. You know, it's 5 hours of trans people on mini DV. And it's like, yo, I don't care. It's actually a good movie, though. The first one. I haven't seen the second one. Apparently, the second one's actually shit. So I think that would be a solution to all of this, is the castration 1 and 2, maybe like a 2-hour episode. That would be good. And we get all of us together. I don't know.
Is there not a certain insanity to you try to punish a man for not watching movies by making him watch more movies? He's just going to not watch them. And then you and Low Res will have watched them, and he'll just sit there trying to talk about midget dating profiles or any other derailing thing he can find. That's all he's going to do.
The solution, I have the final solution.
Yes.
Is bring back Civic TV, watch movies live with Hans. That's my solution. And get Jerry out the mud of Northern California I love Cherry so much. Great person to hang out with. Oh, so we have you here, and yes, this is hilarious to talk about, but I kind of want to go back a little bit to when you started your various channels. What age did you start it at, and what was like your kind of original initiative with this journey you've gone through?
Technically, I started making YouTube videos when I was like 13. They were animations, and by animations, I mean I would make comic books in Microsoft Paint, and then I would voice the characters in the dialogue for them. So it's more of like a slideshow. So
Mm-hmm.
technically, I've been on YouTube, I guess, almost 18 years ish. Does that
Damn.
make sense? I mean, yeah, it would have to be like pretty much as soon as I had fast enough internet to get on it, I wanted to start uploading stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that original channel was probably called Hi Nubs because my name's Tyler. And then I had a nickname of Nubs because I would put my arm in my shirt and just have the elbow sticking out. So it looked like I was a Vietnam vet who lost his arm, and they call me Nubs. So my first YouTube channel was Ty Nubs. And then that probably got deleted at some point. Almost every channel I've made got deleted at some point.
By you or outside forces?
Never by me. Never
Oh,
by me.
actually, this one
I
got
would
deleted by outside forces. Damn.
always. I've been ban evading YouTube since I was 13. Like,
Damn. What were you posting? What could a 13-year-old could have been posting?
well, I would download random videos from FrostWire and then just upload them. And I think
Ooh,
there's like
so copyright. Yeah, yeah.
is it the end of Meet Joe Black where Brad Pitt gets hit by two cars at the same time? Or like there's like some clip of that. So I uploaded that as guy gets hit by a car.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
made
funny.
like an evil Elmo parody that I just ripped off wholesale and uploaded. And then I think they messaged me asking me to take it down. And I said no. And then I think they got the channel deleted because then it was gone after that. But again, I
Damn.
was 13. I don't know what I'm doing back then. I'm just fucking around. I started doing Mumkey stuff when I was 19. Me and my friend Biggs started a gaming Let's Play channel called the Mumkey and Biggs Show. And that's
Mhm.
how Mumkey first emerged online.
The character, the name, yeah. When did you kind of like get into those like more informational comedic videos, like the Elliot Roger type stuff?
In the Let's Plays, we would just talk about random things we were up to, and one of our hobbies was watching the shittiest anime we could find on Netflix. And then,
Yeah.
we were into something called Girls Bravo just because it was so horrible. And then I made like a 2-minute scripted video called Girls Bravo Mumkey Anime Reviews. And that was the
Mm.
start of Mumkey's scripted style content. The third episode in that series was called Bigata H Kai Yamata's First Time. And that video actually went massively viral. It was on the front page of Reddit, and that's what really blew me up. And then from there
Mm.
on, I was like, oh shit, I got an audience now. It's time to just keep scripting and making.
You also did like reviews of like holy books of like various different.
Yeah,
What was your
anything and everything was considered an anime. So I think Mumkey's anime reviews number 7 was over the Quran, that kind of stuff. Like
what was
Corey
your
in the House,
favorite or most entertaining?
the best episode.
No, of specific holy books of Bibles or whatever. What was I'll give you. I got 2 questions. Most entertaining, but most inspirational.
Well, to be honest, I didn't read any of them.
Damn,
You don't got to read a Bible to review it. So
you just know.
I mean, well, it's Mumkey's anime reviews. You're
Yes.
making jokes and generalizations, and I'm not like going into the nitty gritty of Jesus wept.
Jesus Christ, Runaway Bride, Cynthia. What's that movie from? Anybody watching, you know what movie that is from. It's 22 Jump Street. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Anyways. No, I'm having this thing where I might go to like a random open mic and just reenact the 22 Jump Street open mic scene. Anyways, it's inside joke. That's good. And then the Ellie Rogers stuff, that like what did you think like when that got like removed? Like because that kind of caused one of your channels get removed, like what did that kind of like say to you about the world and censorship and everything?
I think it was because a computer hacker contacted me and said he hacked into Elliot Rodgers' dad's email, and then he sent all the emails to me, and then I made like a 2 hour long documentary with all of this stolen, hacked information, and that was probably illegal. And Peter Rodgers saw that and he was upset, and I think he contacted YouTube to just take me down.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's what happened. And the lesson I learned was I just stopped making Elliot Rodger videos on the new channel, and it hasn't been deleted in the last 7 years. So I guess that worked.
And don't fuck with internet hackers. You never know what they could find. They could be in the room with me right now. You know, you never know. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. When did you kind of go into like podcasting? You recently kind of been flourishing with the, Simian Jimmy's Treehouse, the Is It Kino type of like.
Yeah, Is It
When did you
Kino
start that?
is definitely my longest running program. We started Is It Kino in 2017, and it wasn't even weekly. It was just whenever I saw a movie. So we would post like 3 episodes in a week pretty often. But now
Mm.
it's more scheduled pretty much. But yeah, there's probably over 300 episodes of Is It Kino people can go back and listen to. Probably a better binge to go through every movies podcast, but I can't be impartial, I guess.
They are like very intertwined. I'd say, like, I don't know what the chart says, but a lot of I think both of you have been on each other's show like probably like 40 times, like 30 times.
Yeah, somebody has a running list of the guest appearances on movies, and I think I'm in probably second place right now. So yeah, a few more episodes, and I'll be the most frequent guest they've ever had.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. When did you like start to work with Eggy at all?
I think we podcasted together because we might have met through either Rusty or Emperor Lemon in like 2018. And I was familiar with him because I would go on 4chan in high school, and on the R9K board, Eggy was basically a celebrity. Like he was
Mm-hmm.
the face of 4chan for a lot of people. So I was always aware of him, and it blew my mind that I would even have a chance to like podcast and interview this guy. And now he lives down the street from me, and we hang out like almost every day. So you never know when a hero might become a friend.
You guys have really like blossomed together in terms of creation. I think he even like, I don't even think he was like, did he move specifically to work with you?
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, like that really shows how strong the friendship is, and the way you always make stuff together and videos together, and that's really awesome to see.
Living in the Midwest, it's
Yeah.
never been easy to find a creatively minded people, and I don't want to like include myself as some epic creative mind, but it like I always was making short films ever since I guess when I made that YouTube channel when I was 12. Throughout middle and high school, I would force my friends to be in these short film projects, and nobody was really all that committed, and like they weren't that passionate about it. It's more like doing a favor for a friend, and it's pretty hard to find people who will dedicate their life to making creative works and making art, if you can call anything I make art. And Eggy is that guy. Like, we don't need to get these Hans wage slave jobs. We can find a way to be starving artists and dedicate our lives to our craft every day.
Mm-hmm.
So Eggy and me, it's like magnets that sort of had to come together because everybody else is around us is useless.
It's like the egg and the yolk. Yeah. So decent. Like I was thinking, I was like, there's such a decentralization of creation now. I feel like most. You can even see this in. I heard a nepo baby. Who doesn't care that she's a nepo baby? But her name is Maya Hawk. She was in an interview and she said that now films pick people based on their social media following, right?
Sure.
And I was thinking like there's a decentralization of who creates what and when what gets popular now. Like what do you think of that? Do you think that's like good for? I personally think it's great. I think it has some downsides because I do like the kind of merit based, rise your way up the ladder type of thing instead of blow up or. But I also, what do you think of that like kind of change in the past? I'd say 10, 15 years in the entertainment sphere. What do you think of that?
I I don't want to go on some libtard rant and espouse political opinions that I'm not educated enough to actually say. But in general, I think a lot of the crossover between capitalism and art does not lead to a better product, does not lead to sincere storytelling. It once you start making movies by committee and saying, well, this person has 3,000 Instagram or 3 million Instagram followers, so they can help promote the movie through that, and that'll save us money on marketing. You're kind of just plugging in algorithmic
Yeah.
choices rather than creative choices. And you're making your art based on money, which it's Hollywood. It's a business. Every movie's made for money, but you're almost crossing a new line at this point.
That's the thing I heard. There's a TikTok guy who was let me think of what his name. He was directing a film, and he was like apparently it was a nightmare being on set with him. Like because let me think of his name. I couldn't think of his name, but basically he does a bunch of TikToks and he became famous, and then he got money to direct a movie, and it was fucking like a nightmare being on set with him. So maybe that's an exhibit A of what you mean. Yeah.
Is that Chris Stuckman's life story?
yeah. It's Chris Stuckman. She'll be able to. I've already seen because my school got an early screener. I didn't get a chance to see it. But Shelby, I've heard negative things from it already, but I don't know. It's not out yet. We'll see. I've heard good things on the internet about it. I've heard bad things about it. I just like the idea that it got made and it's a YouTuber and it's distributed by Neon, even if it's bad. Who fucking cares?
The only Chris Stuckman content I've listened to is when he was a guest on movies. Like I'm not really familiar with
that's
him.
hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
so
a great episode. Like he just
that was good. Because they were like talking shit about him, and he's like, "What the hell, guys? Like, I'm just a normal, nice guy." And he calls in, and they're both like Hans and Lorez are kind of ashamed for how they were speaking about this guy and that he's so gracious to come on. That was a very funny episode.
Because I think in the beginning, Lorez was like pressing him. He's like, "Are you really being genuine about coming on my show? Because I just grilled you a line. Are you being is there an agenda?" Like he was like schizophrenic. He was almost as schizophrenic as Richard Rathke. Anyways,
yeah, he could not fathom that Chris Stuckman is just like a normal, sweet, nice guy.
yeah.
he's
No, anybody online, a nice normal guy. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And then you have these scenarios where he made them. Yeah, that's this. Yeah, like the Boston thing. I was intimidated first 5 seconds, and then the relief washes off you when you meet people. I would say Jerry was a little bit filled with anger at times with me because of
Jerry was angry at you.
No, I would say shit. I would be like, I remember this is my favorite quote from Jerry. He was like, Sabrina Carpenter dressing like a whore is not the reason you're not getting pussy, Michael. It's like, God damn it, stop being right. Stop being right. These famous bitches and their fucking anyways. Jeez. I always get into a rant about Sabrina. That's my thing. Sabrina Carpenter rants.
Yeah, what's the Sabrina Carpenter rants? She dresses like a whore. Is that not a good thing?
I don't know. I kind of like it, but I kind of hate it. It's
when it comes to like celebrities who I'm never going to meet, let alone touch or fuck. I say take as many naked photos as you can. I mean, why not? Why not let me see that? I don't need
like
some
Sydney
random
Sweeney,
woman to be prude. Doesn't help me.
Yeah, like Sydney Sweeney, man. I feel like when I look at her, I just like she's gonna be at the entrance of Agartha, just letting me right in. Get me grilled up, get with a white monster in her hand, just like, oh, here you go, buddy. That's what I feel like when I look at her. Same with Sabrina Carpenter, but I feel like she'd be at the gates of hell or something.
Are you a big Euphoria fan? Because I imagine you'd have to be.
Oh yeah. Euphoria makes me coom. No, it's all right. I think it's yeah, I like it. I like the way that it's directed. But I feel like it's just like that's not every high school. I feel like it's like I don't think it's supposed to be, but I think it's a good modern type of thing. But You know, I think some of it's bad, some of it's good. The
I'm
first
hoping
season,
season 3 will be interesting at the very least. If they are going to do like a time skip and age everybody up, which hopefully they do, since these actresses are almost 30 now.
I think they should get the Weekend to act and everything. You know, just like Sam. What's his name? Sam Levinson. Just put the Weekend like pimp slapping Zendaya. Just
Well,
like
he's gonna have to get somebody because half the cast, I think, is dead. Like that one guy died,
or
right?
like not in it. Like the fat one is not in it. The webcam, she's not gonna be in it. I
Oh,
don't think.
Barbie, that's right. She lost a
Yeah,
lot of weight too, I think.
yeah. I mean, Ozempic epidemic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
definitely, definitely.
yeah. I think it's either gonna be like shit or like pretty good. I don't really think there's maybe a middle ground. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from it. You know, but I know that they're like talking about like using 65 millimeter for it, and it's like okay, like so what?
Mhm.
You're using good film. It's a fucking like
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this on my phone on the subway.
yeah, or taking the shit. You know, like at
Yeah.
a Christmas concert, a Christmas party for my parents or something.
And most
You
people
know?
are gonna be watching this jerking off in the living room, so you don't need to make it that prestigiously artistic.
Yeah, it's all the dudes that are like the dad from the show watching it. That's all.
Yeah,
That's the whole audience.
each wants some
Is
trans bussy.
yeah, trans bussy addicts with Daddy Dom 666. You fucking watching it. That's the whole. That's the audience of Euphoria right there. No, I also there's some good actors that kind of came out of it though. I always appreciate when a film or series blossoms out a generation or a set of 5 or 7 actors that actually end up being really good in things. I always love like Tarantino does that, and he recently did it Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So there's like 5 of them that ended up are now all leading roles in films, and I love to see that. Yeah.
Not that the hippie chick who wanted to fuck Brad Pitt in the car, but he found out she was underage. Was that Margaret Qualley?
Yeah.
I know that
Yes, that's
actress is in
exactly
a lot
right.
of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Have you heard of the underlying theory that the whole film is about Tarantino's relationship with Harvey Weinstein?
No. Let's hear
Okay,
that.
so the theory is that Rick Dalton is Tarantino, and that Brad Pitt's character is Harvey Weinstein. And because Brad Pitt's character killed his like wife in the film or something like
Mhm.
that, and like the dude's like everybody's looking at him like, why are you still around him? Why are you friends with him? And like, or it's like the scene with the girl and she's underage and he says no. Like it's basically him trying to communicate his relationship with like Weinstein and how like he was really helpful for him, but he's kind of like a liability, but they're still really good friends. I don't know. That's like some weird schizo theory. That's particularly interesting. I don't know. What would you think of that film?
I loved it. I even, all the 2 hours of build up where not much is happening was still completely kino and enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
And then that finale, pushes it up to an 11 out of 10, really. Anytime a grown man is beating the shit out of a young woman, it's kino to me.
Yeah, or Martin Scorsese, Kino.
Yeah, it's the kind of
You know what
soul
I'm saying?
pollution I'm looking for.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. And what will be Kino is Vincent's Atheist reviews. What can we expect from that?
Yeah, me and Eggy are working on a scripted series, and I'm actually filming some episodes tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll get more than one done. It's about my character, Vincent the Atheist. He's the edgiest atheist who ever lived, and he decides the trend of society is going in the wrong direction. It used to be getting more and more atheists, but now with recent recent trends, people are getting more religious. There's a big pendulum swing back in the other direction, and he's decided he's had enough. He's going to kill himself via freezing in his freezer, and the hope
That's fun.
is either he dies or he'll wake up in a future world that's completely atheist. And that's just the initial story. I'll leave you waiting for the episode.
That's you got to get somebody in there that's like, say Christ is Lord. You know the Shia LaBeouf thing.
Well, TJ Kirk, the amazing atheist, agreed to do a cameo, but he has not delivered on it. And I'm not going to bother messaging him for a third time about it. So I guess he can go fuck himself.
That's a reel right there. That's a Instagram reel with large captions.
Yeah. Hey, TJ, if you see this, send me my fucking clip. He's not gonna.
Damn. That's good. Yeah, I always love like the freezing and you wake up in the like Futurama type shit, or like the Walt Disney thing, like in Family Guy when he wakes up and he's like, "Are the Jews gone yet?" You know, like
Mhm.
there's always the best type of humor. It's like, what
Vincent
was
is
it?
definitely hoping to wake up to a world where the Jews are gone. So yeah, that's very accurate.
Yeah, that's a funny I definitely look forward to that. Eggy's working on that with you, and yeah, man, I definitely look forward to that. When can we expect that to come out?
I'm hoping mid-November, but this was supposed to be out at the beginning of the year, to be honest. I just keep procrastinating it. And that's why I said, fuck it, no matter what, we're filming on the 23rd, whether I feel ready or not. You gotta film something, whether you're completely prepared. You can't edit a blank page to say. So we're just going for it. And if it's not to the highest quality that I've been dreaming of all this time, I'm gonna have to live with it and just be happy that I actually finally put something out.
What's your like approach with filmmaking? Like, did you learn it a formal way, or did you just always kind of just figure it out yourself?
I have no technical training and no skill. I have no idea how to do lighting. I don't know how to do proper cinematography. I can't even make a camera focus on one thing. It's always just a flat shot. I'm terrible. I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's why it's very stressful to approach all
Yeah,
this shit.
but you love the game. You love the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. It makes me very happy and satisfied to see the finished product when it's somewhat watchable, but it's stressful trying to make it come into existence.
Yeah. Mm. I
It,
like that though. You know, you don't
well,
have
my
to have
problem is I
technical
have to be
ability.
the writer, director, and the star, and I would love it if somebody else could do the directing and the camera work, and I could just be in it. And having to juggle all of it at the same time gives me almost a brain aneurysm. So if Flores could come just be my director for me, I would have no problems anymore.
Vincent, Atheist reviews the Forgotten Genres production. That would be interesting. It's hard to find people that fuck with what you're trying to do. The vision specifically, because you know you can you can get somebody to read something, but you don't know if they fuck with the vision. The vision is something that the people in the room must connect with in like the most 10% way to even get it done. And it's hard to find people that really fuck with it, and that's why like a lot of I hate this auteur term. It's just overused, but that's why a lot of auteur, type of stuff often have people working with themselves and their friends because you need people to understand the context of what you're trying to create.
Yeah.
Vincent got like yeah, or even sometimes you can get good performances out of people, but it's just fucking weird and doesn't work out. Like Buffalo 66, you could tell that like there was hella people that like had huge like profile like as a major actor, but then they get involved and like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? Like Angelica, there's
Mhm.
all these stories of him being a nightmare on set, but I bet it was just because he was like adderallingly fixed on Buffalo 66 and projecting his childhood, even though he says he wasn't. But we all know Buffalo 66 was definitely about his fucking childhood. Shouts out to that movie. I don't know. I just brought that up because I just heard the word Vincent and I just think Vincent Gallo.
Gallo, yeah. I know Kino Corner's a big fan of him. One of his
Yeah.
role models, I believe.
Yeah, Widowy, the what conservative or chore. Yeah, Widowy. Yeah. No, I fuck with him. And I there's like some thing where he's I think Vito Brown. He's doing a movie with Vito Brown, and everybody knows like it's just going to be a self-directed movie because he said if Trump won, he's going to put out new movies. So yeah, maybe you should do that. If you have any projects you can't finish, just be like, if blank blank wins, I will release this.
Biden 2028. Make it happen, people.
Oh
He's
yeah.
eligible.
Hey, I live in Delaware. When I'm not, in Philly for school, so I could pull some strings. I know people, family members have met Joe Biden. I could tell them about your channel, get them motivated. Yeah,
That might be the saddest a sequence of events in American history. If you're looking through the history books at the presidents and it says Obama, Trump, Biden, Trump, Biden. Like, geez, what happened? That would be horrible.
Fuentes. No,
Like fucking what, 16 years of these two motherfuckers? God damn it. The
Yeah.
oldest man we could possibly find. Can we only elect people younger than 50 from now on, please? I don't even
But the
care.
boomers must control everything. Like, I
They
don't.
could be
What do you mean?
Stalin, they could be Hitler, they could be whoever the Communist Manifesto guy is. I don't care their politics. I just want anybody younger than 50. That's the only requirement. And the answer from the deep state seems to be no.
Yeah. Well, who can you move their pen in the right direction easier? With design certain things. Older people, because they don't know what the fuck's going on. They're shitting their pants. I hate when people try to say Trump didn't shit his pants. I mean, anyways. No, that's the whole. No, because like when you have that like JFK kind of energy when you're like fucking bad bitches and like on essentially meth, that's
That's
you
when they
can't really
kill you.
manipulate that
That's
type
when
of dude.
Israel sends a guy to shoot you in the head.
Yeah. No, the young die when they try to change something. I mean, how do you get there? How do you get to the end of the tunnel in politics? You shut the fuck up and listen.
You take
That's what,
the lobbyist money. Martin Luther King Jr., the government admits they assassinated him. Like they
yeah.
straight up
Fred Hampton.
admitted that one. That's
Yeah,
crazy. They're not even ashamed.
yeah. It's a whole. Yeah, they don't. That's a whole thing. Yeah, and apparently there's going to be a new. This is kind of tied to that, but there's going to be like a new kind of show based on that kind of stuff. It's like MK Ultra and stuff by David Chase, the creator of The Sopranos.
The
So that would help.
Sopranos, really? That
Yeah,
dude's
he's
old
going to
as fuck. He's
explore.
like 90 years old.
Yeah, somebody told me that he looks like Bill Murray if like he's about to die.
Yeah, I just watched his Sopranos documentary, and he was like 98 years old. What the fuck is he doing
He
making
does kind of
MK
look
Ultra?
very ghoulish. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's either gonna be. I think it's probably gonna be shit. I don't really think. I think Many Saints in Newark was him like farting out. That was like he was like, oh, let me put this out in the theaters, and then he goes to the nursing home. After that's
Yeah, is that
what I think
his
that is.
most recent work? Many
Many
Saints of
Saints in
Newark?
Newark. Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah. Let me see.
This guy hasn't made
Gilligan.
anything good since 2006.
Only good part was Joey Diaz in that movie. Like yeah, Many Saints in Newark. Yeah, I don't think
Did his Sopranos money dry up? Like, you're an old man, go enjoy your life. Just retire.
yeah,
You made a masterpiece, dude. You don't need to keep going.
untitled horror movie. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's yeah. I haven't seen him. Let's just leave it at Sopranos. Some people just need to be known for one thing in this life. That's just a fact. And
Yeah,
Sopranos. That's what you'll be known for. And
yeah. But hey, Vince Gilligan, he's got his new show, Pluribus, coming out,
oh, what is
and it stars Kim from Better Call Saul. But
it again?
I like. Would it even be possible for this show to be so incredibly, amazingly good that people forget about Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and Vince Gilligan is known for this? Like, wouldn't that be incredible if somebody could pull that off?
Hey, so set in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the series follows author Carol Sturka, who seems to be the only person immune to an unexplained virus that transforms the world population into content and
Yeah.
optimistic citizens. Story
It's basically
she's
a
the best.
hive mind is making everybody happy and she's severely depressed. And so she's the only one who can save humanity, even though
She's the
they,
femcel in the bunch.
they
Yeah.
need to be saved from forced happiness, which is interesting. Like it brings up the questions of uh, what is the
See, this actually
term?
sounds good. Yeah, this actually
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like okay. And she's great. There's like a thing where it's like she is like one of the best female characters like written ever on
I
television.
agree completely. She's probably
In I mean even in film too. I mean when I see Kim, I just want a Kim Wexler in my life, like a woman
exactly.
who's strong but not too, you know what I mean, like strong in her own way that like is in I don't know how to put it, but she's just a great character and
She was on Jimmy's level. Like they could communicate
match each other's
telepathically.
freak. Another term for it.
Exactly. Like when they're scamming that guy together, pretending that they're brother and sister. Like they're on each other's wavelength, and the fantasy of having a beautiful woman your age who has the same like mental wavelength as you. That's why Kim and Jimmy in that show is such a power fantasy couple, because
Yeah.
it's impossible in real life.
I remember when the last season came out, I was like, I wasn't scared, but I was utterly baffled at like how could they finish this fucking show. I was like, what is gonna happen? What like? And then you watch it and you're like, that's about right. That's about right. She has this like Fargo type of lifestyle with her husband, and they're just like, yeah, we're just chilling,
Well, and
And
the
yeah,
thing
it's
is that
perfect.
over the course of that season, Jimmy embraces his Saul nature more, and he leaves Kim's mental wavelength, and they no longer have that connection. And I love in the finale when he accepts his fate and he takes credit and responsibility for all of his crimes, something that Hans should learn from. Uh, they have that final
Yeah.
scene together where once again they share the cigarette like they did earlier in their relationship. It's so beautiful, and
Oh yeah.
it's like she's accepting like, oh, you're finally back on my wavelength, and I respect you again. It's so touching and sad, and they can't be together. I love it.
Yeah, I usually normally hate that. Like I don't hate it, but like I've seen movies that have done it bad where like, they can't come together and it's just like, sad. But this was it was perfect in the black and white, and then even some of the actors that like they had to change out still that killed it. Like the dude that played the dude, the taxi driver guy killed it.
Mhm.
And the grandmom, like it's just everything about that final season was good. And then the way Howard got killed was like, oh I remember like fuck, dude, like oh geez, it was. And then he's fucking the hookers and giving them Nutri-Grain bars after. It's like who creative guy. Shouts out Vince
Tuco is an
Gilligan.
all or not Tu what's his name? It's not Tuco. What's the name with the mustache? I forgot his name, but he's the
Lalo.
Lalo. He's probably the best villain in both shows. I like him way more than Gus.
Show me. I love when he's like, show me.
Yeah,
Like
show
to
me.
everything. It's so good. And then
And
Mus is
his
like,
big
yeah,
bright smile. That guy should have blown up. Why is he not in everything?
let's see what's he doing.
Wallow should be in every a movie once a year at least.
Lalo breaking.
Salamanca.
I know he was in the Hawkeye show. I'm not really
Ooh, yeah, that's probably right.
that fucked everything up.
I did watch the Hawkeye show because that actress is pretty hot. Whatever her name is.
Which one?
Kate Bishop is the character.
The Joan. Yeah, let me see.
I think it's the chick from that Bumblebee movie.
Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
Yeah, she's I didn't see Sinners yet, but I remember everybody talking the clip when she's talking about pussies and eating and whatever.
Sinners is fine. If you don't watch it, your life won't be missing much.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be. I feel like if I don't watch it, I'll be I'm as bad as Derek Chauvin, so I must watch it.
Yeah.
Where is
Get
this?
guilted into liking some shitty movie.
No, I've heard mixed things on that. Especially I every time I feel like a couple months ago, not a couple months, but this spring, whenever I was like talking to Low Res, he'd always mention how much he hates Sinners. Anyways, Tony Dalton, this motherfucker. So what's he in? Let's see. Oh, he's Mexican, huh? Trap House. That's it. Oh no, he's in like a hood movie with Dave Bautista. Oh, this looks terrible. Those covers.
Leprechaun in the Hood too.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we need.
They might be on to the third in the Hood for Leprechaun. I think he's already done it twice.
He also does like hella Mexican shit. Maybe that's why we don't see it. Like it's like who
Hollywood has not
wouldn't want it? Like
appreciated
if you're from the country, I get it. He's in Daredevil. Oh, he's the same person from Hawkeye. I didn't see the new Daredevil show. I must see that. I'm a big fan of Daredevil for sure. But so yeah, what's on the horizon for you that you can mention before we wrap this up?
I'm hoping the audience likes the Vincent show because I have a 60 episode series of storylines and arcs planned. So if we end up only doing 4 and then it's like, oh, they got less than 1,000 views each, I guess people truly don't give a shit, do they? maybe I'll move on to something else. But hey, if they like it and it's even slightly moderately successful, I'll just keep making those, chugging those out.
You never know where things will go. And I never knew where this episode would go, but it turned out to go into a great direction. Thank you for coming on to the show. And always it's a pleasure talking with you again. Thank you.
Are there any upcoming movies that you want to come on to the Is It Kino podcast to review?
Well, I mean, I feel like I would be intruding. I feel like I'd be walking into my parents arguing if I went to the Shelby Oaks episode.
Yeah. I think that one's overbooked, but let's
Yes,
see what's coming up. Like Zootopia 2. You seem like a big Zootopia head.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could get my I could wear my furry costume for that. Yeah, I mean, never mind. I don't have a furry costume. Oh, jeez.
Eggy does.
I can wear the
Eggy
furry
has a
butt
chipmunk.
plug. Yes.
We should make Eggy wear his chipmunk costume on that episode. That'd be good.
Yeah, and I could like wear the furry butt plug, but nobody would notice. Anyways, I don't have a furry.
Yeah, we can just talk about it. I think I probably have like a monkey zip up costume somebody sent me. I could probably wear for that.
Definitely, yeah. So Zootopia 2. Let's do that. Thank you for coming on the show. Everybody be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and check out Simian Jimmy's Treehouse. Is It Kino? Fuck with your boy. Peace.